كذب مو معقول، مو اقدر اكذب عينك والغدر فيك مجبور. لو ما رأيتك تقول والله كذب مو معقول، مو اقدر اكذب عينك والغدر فيك مجبور. عاشق معاك انت سام، قلبي تعود عالقسام، جبرتي قلبي صهار يا عشاق نجوم المساء. عاشق معاك انت سام، قلبي تعود عالقسام، جبرتي قلبي صهار يا عشاق نجوم المساء، ويا عشاق نجوم المساء.
Hello. Crank up the mic. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta. Hello. I don't know what it. I don't know what it is, but OBS seems to just forget some of the scenes I had set up already. I don't know. It's weird. There we go. Okay, where's my browser? Excuse me. There we go. Alright, let's get into it. Let's do it. Okay, it's 2028. I think Kim went away for the night. We haven't unlocked the quote-unquote Weasel store, but we are also not at 21 to go check on quote-unquote martinaise. I crushed... I thought music seems a little loud. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. Hey Kuno. Ain't got no body to throw rocks at. What now? What now? Yeah, you are. Yeah. Is it melted yet?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice.
Okay. No. What's up?
Fuck does Kuno care?
He doesn't care.
You were too pushy last time. Just look. While Kuno has no problem being near you, she always hides behind the fence, afraid for her life. Like she's done something very bad.
I mean, you're a cop. You're not... People aren't safe around you.
Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you. Even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other eyed. Also, all in all, Kuno...
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But what?
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay?
Easy,
Let's
Kuno
whisper,
S.
pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips.
Oh.
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer. Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid.
The creature peers at you both from fear.
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Okay.
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it. Fuck no, she's not me sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, she was just there.
Okay.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out. I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home, and she's sleeping under the desk, under a pile of clothes, like a dog. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno, Kuno-S, two of a kind.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people, or some shit.
Okay.
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
let's. 'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno. No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was Psycho Killer.
Damn.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control. No, it's not okay. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
All right. Now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pan buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex. Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need. Kuno doesn't fuck.
Thanks, Kuno. We can get those pants. Hell yeah. Let's see. We do it. But if we pumped our half-light, maybe we can talk to that asshole. Let's check our gear. Did we pump our half-light? I think so. Okay. What's up?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Do it.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is. I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now
Yes.
leave me the fuck alone.
Beat the shit out of you, asshole. Let's go look. And we don't have to press Tommy. It's good. This one.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This is the one he pointed to, the green lorry. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers.
Okay.
It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too. With a key or a tool. Good thing you have one.
Challenging. Ooh. Well, this.
The door is locked.
Okay.
The handle looks
We
shiny,
had to make sure.
like it's recently replaced. Pry bar. You take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk, goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now.
Okay, so we'll need a key. I think this will. Yeah, it'll do the same. Fuck. Okay, it's almost time. Fudge. No, wrong way. Keep doing that. Go around town. The ocean. It sounds. Hello, Commandant. Commandant Cormorant. It's my chief. Let's see, we've still got 10 minutes. Maybe a book?
The Greatest Innocence. By browsing through the book again, you still have trouble understanding that you can do it. It'll be worth
do
it.
it.
Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. It seems rather unfair to try again after you already know the Dolores Day. Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such. As the first innocent. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Dolores. Correct. Named Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy. Question 3. Okay, it wasn't Dolores Day. She's not false. Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation. Correct.
Did that.
The most famous final stretch. You've come so far. Correct. Everything from inter-isolary travel and more beautiful. Congratulations. And A. All correct. Impressive. Oddly so. You
Did
really
it.
navigated some treacherous waters here.
Oh.
Well done. Yeah, sure. It's so much easier once you know the answers, right?
Okay. That did it. Let's go to the balcony.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Tuesday night! Tuesday night!
And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Mm. Oh, hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Superstar.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Yeah. It's 2 freeze day
That's
night.
nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for.
He takes another drag.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
To the city.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Take care, all right?
Alrighty. Ooh, level up. So one more in physical instrument. Okay. Ooh, gotta look around. The ashtray. Dishes. Let's see. Let's get dressed for this. Interrogation. We look better. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Okay. Yoink. I just want all the clothes. Okay, buddy. Could use the bonus. Looking good, Harry. Yeah. Okay, okay.
You have acquired the hat. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
Oh, thanks.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Hmm.
I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Okay.
Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
I got it
come
from the head of
inside.
the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations. That's really all I can tell you about it.
What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not compliment the decor.
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here. Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Most even, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
EPIS.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes. Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area. La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
Okay.
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration. It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies. As is the
babies.
But of course, because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values. Martinaise? No. Martinaise is something else. Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking. Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work. It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Whatever you wish, officer. Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
Forced, yeah, sure. Okay.
Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here,
Displacement.
and my friends too.
Diaspora.
Sorry, who? But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the... He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him. I'm just enjoying the view. We're old friends. Nothing's taboo between us. He comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active. I'm all ears, officer. I'm sorry to say I did, officer. Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play. No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one.
Ooh.
That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this. I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they were very loud and very martinaise. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8? That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell. I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly. Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add. All I can say is that it was late. My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight. Give or take.
Okay.
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Gotcha.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM. A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well. Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
Just, double check. Okay, I think we're good.
Was there anything else? Of course.
Alright, goodbye. Let's, what hat did we have? Yeah. It's cold out there. We need a warm hat. Doo-doo. Okay. Plastic baggie. Fry bar, just in case. Alright. looking for bottles. Just gotta inspect. Be recycle cop. Okay. Run. Oh, got some. What was this door? Locked. Alright. Let's get out of here. We'll unlock this door. I don't trust Everard, but if he just wanted to scare the person, I want to test that to see if he's honest
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn.
and
The
straightforward.
copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
Okay.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts, well, buddy, you opened it. No need to go inside. It would be rude. Good job.
So.
Let's go now. I'm sure there's only curiosity could account
Yeah.
for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Okay. I think that's all pretty clear. I should leave well enough alone. Okay. So I think that kind of wraps us up for tonight. I mean, the day in game. So I'll probably just go to sleep. I could maybe try. Is it a daily thing? I don't remember. Try that door again. See if I have a better chance. Ooh, come on.
This green found, A to Z, contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's with a firm grip you raise
yay.
the pry bar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lorry Cabin.
Oh god, these are all good. These are all really good. Ugh.
The window
Yeah.
shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the
yeah.
driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster.
Aw,
She's looking past the camera.
classic.
A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. The actresses and the rear actor
Okay.
all smile you a warm goodbye. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. The peculiar frequency tableau indicates that at least 128 stations have been saved on this radio. Unclear. Not without the dial key, no.
Okay.
The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Well,
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer,
nice.
a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. No idea. You could peel off the sandpaper to peek underneath, but that would be tampering with the scene.
Just a teensy, weensy little peek.
The throttle underneath looks as smooth as glass, slippery even.
Okay.
The sandpaper must be there to add some extra grip. Matching one of the footprints found from the crime scene, which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. Looks like it, yes. You've identified the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys had anything to do with the drug trade? You should probably still talk to them. See what they've... The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Petty Ferry from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Oh, no.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
Okay.
These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
Forever hangover.
The pull-out tool slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of
that
motor
really
oil
all?
smell under all the cigarettes. He closed the rusty old lorry door.
I don't see how that would be all. Okay. Okay. Really? Okay. I think it's bedtime. Oh, they're still here. Okay. So what are we wearing? Okay.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Honk honk. Honker, squonker.
Again.
Good one, Titus.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Doesn't remember them.
He just forgets.
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure. About fucking time. Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos. That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Should we schmooze him up a little? Some kiss ass?
Thank you. Theoretically, of course.
He seems genuinely surprised at your response. In a good way.
Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics? You're doing great. I hardly have to interfere at all.
I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. Now, was there anything else? I was sorta gonna get my brewski on. My answer is... fuck.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know. Fatty walked on all fours. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Good
Go
job,
fuck
Shanky.
your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
Okay. That's it for now. We don't have no sad tape. This mysterious door beckons to us. I think it's Betty time. Eh. Okay, wait. Hi. Can we get it?
This
Can we
fan
get it
has
yet?
2 chain pull switches. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend, and you swoop up against the tie.
Oh, we did it.
Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained.
We did it.
What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Horrific necktie. Oh, it went on me. Nice. Oh, this is quite a look. Good job. Yeah. Okay, time to go to bed. I think. Yeah.
The bed is still cold from the broken window. And the bed is still cold from the wind blowing in.
What horrible dreams.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Brother man Bill? Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Ouch.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Sorry, Cup. You gotta own up to it. The system has failed.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
Now you've gone off the rails, baby. Now you're stuck sitting here by the tracks, admiring the wreck around you.
Okay.
You just can't help it, looking at yourself. The sum total of your accomplishments.
My wreck of a self.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Back to the other
baby
place.
Boy, you're already in the other place.
Maybe if you know, like, took a lot of drugs, maybe if you weren't so hard on yourself.
Maybe.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
I'm sleepy.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
I'm a superstar, baby. Whew. Whew. Good. All right, Harry. Let's see. In the pants. Let's get her shoes back on. There we go. Wash her face. Her beautiful face.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
Okay. Here we go. Close the door. Huh. More cops?
Yes?
Hello? Just
The woman
phase
in
through.
an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? Do you now?
Something changes in her. It's pity.
I am very
Pity comes
pitiful.
over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want? What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Oh my god.
I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith. Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Why you got a wig on?
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
I just want to do my job, that's all.
Okay. Kim, what are these people doing? Okay. Oh, hey.
Oh, hello, dear.
You know, to hell with it.
Yeah,
Let's have more critics.
Kim!
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
Okay, what's the
Hey,
biggest one?
You promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
You just said... You just said to
The
have
lieutenant
it.
pauses. Something in him breaks.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
Yeah!
Well, the biggest cryptid is, of course, the horrible giant of Kokonur. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
Ooh, strange light. Tell me more.
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
How big
No
is
one
it?
knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision. The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others, fate unimaginable.
Who here? No animal can be that large. It's a mirage.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Great. This is great shit.
Sorry. It is great shit.
The gnome of Jeroma.
Terrifying.
Oh, yes. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue. It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and an ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
Okay.
It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very little species?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science. What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Invisible
Of course.
cryptids.
All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's
I
the
have to
Col
know.
de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track. Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagi ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing
great.
sounds outside the range of human hearing.
cockatoos. I'm a major majestic cockatoo myself, says Harry.
When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds. The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls.
She transforms, when speaking about these strange animals, into a confident woman.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama d'Aqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them.
What were the names?
Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua they followed individually. It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
All right.
Maybe it's predatory.
It's not. Don't worry. If it were predatory, we would have found it by the damage it inflicts.
Okay, we're safe.
I wouldn't be so sure. What if the damage is also invisible?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mama d'Aqua's. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing. You have no clue because you're not a dweeb.
Well, dear, they cancel each other out. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population.
Mysterious.
Great regret washes over her. A wending cloth.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Col de Mama d'Aqua population anywhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, ma'am.
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what?
Thank you.
Of course, dear.
Heck yeah.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. Hello, hello. So what brings you here? Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
Mm.
He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Really? Well, I look forward to that. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye-bye. Okay. Anything new?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay.
Was that? Could it be? The Col de Mama d'Aqua? No. It's probably just your imagination ringing. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear.
Harry, do you have tinnitus?
No, I don't hear the Col de Mama d'Aqua, and neither do you.
Oh, come on.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf. There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist. The only birds you should be looking for are healthy...
Come on, shut up.
No. The sound. No. Too late. It's gone. Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinique...
Alright. I love it. Good. I don't understand how these get unlocked. I don't get it. Do I use my level up?
The dented yellow mailbox.
Yeah, good mailbox.
The box seems happy.
Let's see.
This found A to Z. The smell of cigarettes and close the...
Nothing new.
Right to work! What's it to you? Big mess caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
The man has turned his attention.
Okay, whatever. Hire. Merc. Scab.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you now?
Ugh, not yet. I can't escape Costo. can talk to Joyce. Maybe we do that before the Everard. Oh really? I dug it into him with the ill-fitting clothes, his descriptions where he really sounds like one of the hired mercs, like the people described the guy that got hung. So I'm just like, oh, something more going on here. Commandant Cormorant, I salute. I salute the Cormorant for the day. You have to pay your respects to the Commandant. Also, hi Ferm. Nice to see you around. Hope your day is going okay. Wait, I'm gonna test out the shout out thing. I don't think it works, but I'm gonna shout you out. Oh hey, look, a little pop-up. Wow! I was like trying to set up some bot stuff and command stuff. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's like I couldn't test it unless I was streaming. It's with shoutouts.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
God, no. Okay, so in Tuesday's playthrough, when I played through it last, I talked to Everard. I hate him so much. He reminds me of, like, they so perfectly captured someone who has a lot of power, where, like, they're going to be the nicest person to you and, like, act as if you're on the level, but you are nothing to them, and they will throw you in the meat grinder as soon as you become an inconvenience. Like, that's his whole personality. That's what it feels like, and what they captured really well.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally, time to choose sides.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, worm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Okay.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. However, how could I stop you? Are we not human?
I do chat.
Curious to hear another person's take?
I do scream.
It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Oh god, this is the first day I've had the necktie. I just got it down off the fan last night, so I was not expecting that. Oh my god.
Of course, Detective. Just until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Okay.
This reality.
The aim is to gain a deeper understanding.
A sort of spiritual quest. Something of ancient Ilmaran origin.
You will find him a big fan of the ancient ways. It's part of his condition.
Nothing wrong with ancient ways. Our modern ones aren't necessarily better. Ask away, officer. I'll help
Joyce,
however I can.
Joyce, I don't... You seem like you come from money and you serve money, but I don't hate you.
All right, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly.
Ooh, this is a close check.
Six kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass.
Of course.
To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinaise?"
Is that my name?
Yes, he lost his mind, Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. Don't worry, Emil. He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
You're an officer of the RCM. Preciso Mundo. Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Are we?
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin. The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, three pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All three are good to know when we are out policing.
So I'm basically going to avoid this subject to ask the next question. Oh god. This game's so good.
There's nothing basic about your role, detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you. The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown.
Oh god, yeah. That, what's his name? Roy? The pawn shop owner.
They called it the International Zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help. We're in Martinaise, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover.
Aren't we all? Martinaise is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
She's from California. She says the and then the highway name. Because I do that. It's something people say Californians do. I don't know if any other state or like area of the US, if that's like a West Coast thing or in other areas. I just think it's funny. What sea
it's not
is
really
this?
a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinaise distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spike of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shake.
Memories.
As I told you, Martinaise used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
There's a spark in the air, a live wire hanging in the wind, in your hungover neocortex. Then the sea air cools it down.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city. The great kind.
Big city.
As if it's self-explanatory.
Big stinking city.
Beyond patriotism, a fact.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries. The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile-Marat, depending on your creed. In the DeLorean century, 380 years ago. They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Ah.
Oh, we're quite a way off. About 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence, slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
Give me the dirty, dirty lowdown.
This has been
of
informative.
Skaggs.
Thank you, man. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask. About even more from them. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Monsieur will be...
Absolutely.
Kim.
My commitment here is long-term.
That is understandable. But perhaps it's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Kim, look at me. Look at me. I love candy. I will eat all of it so fast. You give me a little bag of the trolley bright crawlers, gone in like 5 seconds.
Indeed. I'm always at your service. These are unimportant times, Detective. You are for the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to file your teeth. The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle. Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
World Revolution, I didn't realize.
She's not gloated. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well.
They always shoot us.
So well, one forgets they even existed. Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it. Yes, an acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew.
Happy May Day, everybody.
The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I don't care
about head shooting. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember? To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head.
Well, to get the mineral rights, they had to shoot people in the head.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol, and also The world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist. Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work. The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Okay. See, I thought it was just, like, Revachol.
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government. It made people overthrow their governments.
No way.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark. From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end. Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie?
Yeah.
A pair of pants?
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile,
Colored
in Revachol
plastics.
West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
Joyce makes gunpla. Those are the specific colored plastics she's talking about. Her room is just full of it. You know it.
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere. No, it was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just... We could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we'd played it right. Good question.
Tell me.
What would you have done differently?
I don't know.
Her
Shit.
first.
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia. What insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Spreads
bird?
my hands.
A Venicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Keep
Some
guessing.
sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
What,
Of course
really?
you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
Wonderful.
Ask
the
her
girl
about
in
Cindy.
the old lady rags. Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture. I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even
Seems-
those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
That's all for
Glad to
now.
have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else? Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
I'm not an authority figure. I'm Harry
If
DeWolf.
there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Oh, finally.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Yes.
Tell me more.
I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinaise.
3?
They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank,
we know one of them.
Our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
I have not. I mean, how would you see that? Like with a cutaway? And then film it? Why would you do that?
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinaise needs.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down bad.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Can I? Okay, I do use skill points. Internalize. Oh yeah. Ugh. Okay.
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP now?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Yeah.
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
Okay.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. The remaining contractors, their tribunal, it's what they believe.
Okay.
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinaise.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching.
Yeah.
Where did it take place? And
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
Okay, so I kind of put this off longer than it expected me to.
Either way, he's alleged to have
I
sexually
learned
assaulted a
this
woman.
from the Hardy
Sometime later,
Boys.
a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel.
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Okay.
what would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, They're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional. You should show those meatheads exactly how savage you really are.
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Uh-huh.
One is obviously the scab
Yeah.
leader
Hey,
at
hey.
the harbour gates. The
We
one
knew
chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining
Yeah.
his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
It would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask. Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now? An empire without an emperor.
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stadskanaal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, He sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first to Semines Islands, then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In martinaise, looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident.
That makes sense.
Mercenary tattoos. His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
Okay.
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
I am relieved you think so. Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for now.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinaise.
I'm
of course, a radical centrist. In these bright and loud times where 1,000 frequencies drown one another out, sober thinking is a radical act. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally. You'd get there faster with a little. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above them. You may never live to see the kingdom of... What benevolent? What a fucking joke. What you want is immaterial. The kingdom of conscience is coming. Whether...
Do. Oh, I just go right in. Ooh. Yoink. I see.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
We found the racist mug collection.
The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering characters. The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much. This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash.
Okay.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way.
Yeah.
It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
That it? Yeah. Looks like it. Hey Kim, you got some money? I want some sweet pants from Kuno. Okay. Excuse me. Hola mañana. ¿Qué pasó, hombre?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you now? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work.
Gracias. Itch my ear. Itchy, 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 itchy. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Anything? Go up this way. Wait, is that? Sometimes I have a little trouble making out 3D space on the map. Alright. Let us talk.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do.
Yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you. Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
That's not how you baton someone. The technique is way off. You strike with your whole body, not just the baton.
Oh, Harry, thanks for the tip. I'll leave doing the real damage to you. You are the real police officer, after all, not me.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire? I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Those Senorita Pineapple people are scary motherfuckers. Decimating your state if you don't give them your pineapple.
Oof, real.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wow.
About my fun container? It's a hoot, Harry. Who knows? Maybe you'll be in here the next time they move it. It will be very fun, I promise. But enough about me and my container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Oh. Or we do another thought. Because we gotta think about these invisible birdies. I think that's the important one to go with.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're martinaise boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Despite his boastful tone, he's having doubts about something. But what? Maybe he doesn't believe the boys really had it in them. They're his boys, after all.
That's very clever, Harry. Yes, they might have said it just to impress some girls or something. But Titus has a bad temper, so the chances are 50-50. How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
Yeah. We already pinned it on him. We know, for
You
sure.
said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Of course, you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me. Tribunal?
It might make things worse,
That sounds
but-
serious, Harry.
Yeah.
We union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly. Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself,
He is
thinking it will
amusing to
probably
talk
turn
to,
her
though.
all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinaise and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Separate one from the herd.
Oh, that would definitely be Fat Angus. His feet smell from a city block away, and he's always having noisy stomach troubles. Horrible, revolting guy. You would die, Harry. You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary war between the Debarders Union and the Citizens Militia. Angus, his ever-growling stomach, and his smelly feet are all part of the Union. You have as much right to arrest him as I have to arrest your partner here. Actually, less, because this is my hometown, my territory, and my backyard. You are a guest here, Harry. Please remember that. Oh, Harry. This is getting real grim, and there's no need for that. We are friends. But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Should I take it? I want those pants. Yeah, fuck it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. How many micro bribes would this guy take?
I'll take
Good
little
boy.
ones.
A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinaise. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is, company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta. I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinaise. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off.
Roller skating, not drugs, Harry.
Oh.
You like this.
The disco
There's a
rink.
nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie. On the coast, Harry, across the canal.
Okay, yeah.
There's a
on the little
cul-de-sac
side.
there. A little village, they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find...
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist. See you soon, Deba.
Okay. Interact.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Okay. Now, see you later. I don't know how old Leo's doing. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Thanks,
No
Leo.
trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And oh yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Interesting.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Okay.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Special borscht. Thanks, Easy Leo. Ooh. It's here. Oh. Okay, it was one thing. Gotta stay fit, Kim. Keep running. Wait, where am I going? Here. Okay. Can I go down here? No. Come on, Harry. See. Close. Tools. Conceive of things. Where's the door? Here it is.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you now?
Your mind can only conjure up Hunk Handy, Fake Valdez, Bosco. You might want to decide to keep quiet about these.
Are you quite sure? Hold on, man. Keep it slow and steady. Don't succumb to fate. It can take time to come up with a really good one. There's no rush to find yourself.
I like it. I like you, Manana. I'll try again later. Oh, wait, can I go on the roof? No, I stop here. Okay. Oh, what the? You guys did the thing? Hell yeah! Let's go!
A rusting control. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. The water lock starts moving.
Stretch your little back. Go back, crack.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your...
Focus on one thing.
So
Achieve it,
sidetracked.
then the next.
So sidetracked. Kim, you don't even know. Yeah, okay, good. New place. Ooh, radio. Ooh, money. Also, in case we find any bottles. Hell yeah. More things. Oh yeah, use the stairs. Bottles? Bottles. Come on, let me get the bottles. No. What's this? Ooh.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere. Yet someone used to live here, laugh here. Thought it was a good idea to build a swing.
In this yard? Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago. A black bloc, a part of the city left unrenovated after the war.
Okay.
Or one that has fallen to gang violence, or has become inhospitable in some other way. Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Like, yes, for you to scavenge like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and errant magnesium blisters.
It's not meant as nagging. Just...
We should move. I don't think we will
Those come
solve
in
the
handy,
murder with
Kim.
forays into the urban hinterland. At least in this phase of the...
Yoink. Smokes. Yeah. Yes. We have a tape. Karaoke possible. Let's peek in here. Anything? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Sometimes the pathing really kills me. So there's more motor tracks from the stunting. Did I not? Let's take a... Hell yeah! Oh, there's the carriage. Jeez. Nice. Oh, it's frozen. Can't pick it up. Alright.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
Oof.
No, not so daring at all. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. Rust, moss, and sea life have already claimed it for themselves and initiated a slow decomposition process. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out.
Hi,
but
monkfish.
You do see
Waves.
a monkfish
Hello.
float by.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
I did not. But I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday. Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Oh, when is low tide?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Yeah, let's do it. Sit in the dark.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
It's impossible to say if it's happening, if the water is receding. All you feel is a lot of time going by. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
Wow, no, Harry, no.
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
I love it.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization.
Come on,
and therefore
Kim.
do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for? A precinct, yes. A police precinct.
Was this
Precinct
me?
41,
Did I
your
do
precinct.
this? this is my
A
cinema?
massive pit opens up in your
shit.
stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
Oh,
you feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No.
I'm afraid so, yes.
Yeah.
It looks like you drove your
fine.
police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
People, yes, but not you.
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
Let's take a look. Also, let's see.
Yes, let's go take a look.
It was me this whole time. Okay. Breakthrough imminent. Okay. Oh, we didn't. Okay. We'll wait on leveling up. We can wait on it. We can sit on it. It's fine. Done. Okay. And items. Nice.
There's no way to listen to the tape, but even just holding the tape makes you feel a little sad.
Ooh,
A pawn shop would have.
We don't need that.
Mazovian socioeconomics.
Oh god, their art is so good.
0.000% of communism has been built. Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin.
Oh my
All
god.
he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmezov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Boom. Oh, okay. I see. Zoom out. Not yet. Let's inspect. Hey! Well, that's something. Oh, I look so young in this. What the hell? They don't update the pictures, or is it just the facial hair? Okay, it does say younger.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information.
Ooh.
And a watermark
Ayo
in the shape of the street grid of Revachol
Shenmue time.
West.
Hope she's feeling better. She had apparently a high fever yesterday. Okay.
You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
It would.
8, maybe 10 years.
Okay.
The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Or don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see...
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry.
Oh.
Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see...
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Freighter.
Okay.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings. Kings like satellite officers and the additionally freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. My pleasure. Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. People have been through worse and gotten back on their feet, Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads...
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing
only
well.
4 months ago.
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank.
Huh.
The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time! We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Oh, thanks, Necktie. It's always nice when you chime in.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is... It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
Oof.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. The badge in your hand shines as you...
Okay, we got a badge. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a new thought done, I think. Yeah.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Okay. Orb. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Man, wish I had those earlier. Okay, ooh. Let's zoom out a little further. The lay of the land. Sure is. Oink. Yes. Oh, didn't expect to go inside. Nice. Kim, please. I'm trying to yoink. Ooh, a bow tie. Drama.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast. In Martinaise. In Ravachol. It's just a piece of clothing you've picked up. You do
I
that,
do that.
officer.
I do that
You
actually
collect
quite
clothes
often.
sometimes.
He sounds a little worried. It's an odd habit.
You better not fucking think about hitting me for some shitty cum-stained bow tie! You and I are gearing up for the final showdown that's gonna be off all walls! You wait and see!
Oh my god. Oh god. Horrific necktie, your voice gets me
Your
every
necktie
fucking time.
sounds very scared. Never take it off. Yes, agreed. You should never take your necktie off. Ever.
Nothing. It's just a piece of fur.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no?
Interesting. Do, 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 do. God, necktie. Shivers. This looks so cozy compared to everything else. Okay. Tar. Oh yeah. To improve. Oh, not getting water. Brr. Looks freaking cold right now. Oh, money. Oh, do we gotta go around? Bench. Ugh. Come on. Ugh. Oh, there's a cave right there. Elysium. What's in here? Ooh, pants! Oh, fuck Kingdom Unconscious. Fuck that. Okay. Look at this bench.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved.
You can revisit.
Okay. That's what I thought. Quick travel unlocked. Oh, neat. Money. Palette. Oh yeah. Yoink.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on a garish necktie.
Yeah.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue.
Whoa.
It's hard to know what exactly your vivid interior is speaking of here, but I'm...
Oh, I think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
Thanks, Necktie. We will, in due time. I should save. I haven't saved in a while. Okay. You alright?
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail! Uh-huh. Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her... Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
Don't you fucking call her!
He's gone.
Hear me? Abigail? Don't call.
Hey, tequila!
Hi.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
They, you know, it's interesting.
These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Thanks.
That's harsh. I'm like 3 or maybe 4 years into mine. Wait, no. Make it 5. Things aren't going super well for idiot Doomspire.
Oh my god.
Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
We are saving the world.
Please. Please don't call. Don't call.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out.
You know.
So
You
now it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. You're Tequila Sunset. We've met before. Don't you remember? Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Absolutely.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinaise last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves.
Okay,
This is
sorry.
your story.
Sorry.
Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, that's totally your style. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this, we get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is pushing the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we
I can
go.
picture it so well.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Yes.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things." Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
Oh my god.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on. Yeah, I agree. Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on.
Oh,
How
no.
one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy.
Yeah, makes sense.
In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one. You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me.
I do the fucking around here.
Alright, thanks, Rosemary.
Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit. You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You
I am
were the
a
star of the
superstar.
show. Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure
Oh,
everyone
no.
gets exactly what they deserve.
Oh no.
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases.
As you've already determined, the actual number is just over 200. But what's a little embellishment between friends?
God.
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past.
Yeah.
That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum. It depends, really. Are you...
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
Booze! Did you already forget our party? So, have you got anything for good old idiot? In that case, I'm not a storyteller. You
Okay.
too.
What's up, Rosemary?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits, I...
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a
No.
lot, but this has to be done!
That's a lot.
It's our end game! Snap out of it, Bratan! This is no time for melancholy introspection! It's time to buy that spirit!
No.
Bratan, you don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship... You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to!
The lieutenant
Oh
looks
my
at you,
God.
looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip...
Okay. Wow. Oh. There's a box within reach and got a yoink. Oh. Postcard. Got this. This. Hey, what's I looking at? Oh yeah, I was gonna equip some tools. This yoink. God, there's so much here. Ah. Just kind of want to explore between before I talk to more people, even if they're short combos. Ha. Ooh. Some boots. Yoink. Oh, I need that so bad. Oh, hi fishy. Hello. Sounds cozy. Come back and talk to you guys in a bit. Box. Wow, there's a lot to look at here. Ooh. Oh, are you the crypto zoologists? Must be.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water. You don't have a reason to. Yet nothing.
Just a hunch. Oop. Is that as far as I can go? Okay. Here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
The crypto-fascist?
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant
no.
raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. That sounds awfully familiar. Something to keep in mind for later.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Dark times will do that to good men.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
My mug? Why would you think that? Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am
Shouldn't
very
have what?
sorry.
Thrown the mug
officer.
away? You should have
You're
thrown them
not
all
going
away.
to find me, are you? Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again.
I know I could
don't
go
know
harder
what got
on the
into me, really.
crypto-fascist, but
Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know? Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of martinaise. So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs.
Disgraced. No need for the histrionic, sir.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it. I hope I could help your investigation.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
I don't think I really need anything out of him.
Sure do, officer. How? But why were you in my apartment, officer?
Oh, well, I don't want to tell him
this. So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me. What could it be about? I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist...
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation.
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that. No. I help Morell with research sometimes.
Okay. I don't like talking to him.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers. To what do I owe the pleasure? Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81. Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Okay.
This is a man possessed, always on the brink of some breakthrough. He won't leave if there's a sliver of hope. The great find might happen today.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
No. No, of course not. Why? Well, He's been a little unenthusiastic about the trip. More so than usual. That's
He doesn't want to say it, but this is unusual. Gary's been to the jungle with him, to places way more challenging than the coast. Why so eager to go home?
I've just always liked animals.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up. If you...
Yes?
I don't really want to talk to him right now. I think I'm also just kind of tired. We've been going for almost 3.5 hours. I don't know a good stopping point though. Okay. Whoa. That take off our pants? No, we're still wearing our pants. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, Harry. Pick up the pace. Ooh. Good. What is? Ooh. Superstar sunglasses? That's us. Let's see what it is. We don't need visual calculus right now. We're a superstar. Hell yeah. Yoink. Small buildings. Come on, work with me here. We're not gonna
A scattering of bullet
conceptualize.
holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
We know it's from the war.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual.
Yeah, executions.
Even in a
probably.
general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such...
What's this? Old ticket booth. Huh. Ooh, yoink. Oh, hey. Give me. Oh, come on. Clicky. Oh, okay. Yoink, yoink. Money. We're here. People. People. What's that? Oh, it's a hat. No, it's cold. I get my beanie. Careful. Chuggy. I think I'll just... Excuse me, come on, Harry. You can do it. Let's just grab stuff, save, and then probably call it for the day. And then save talking to people for the next stream. Hello? Yoink. Yoink.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
Okay, so... Here. Wow, there's so much around here. Oh, here's the church, okay. Smash the dome. Hey.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome.
Hello?
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
10 cents.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Probably not. If I could recall that phone number.
End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if...
Oof. Oh, wait. Should we... Wait. Okay. Oh, clicky. Buzzes. Under the barb. What's going on? Glasses. Mega Beano's prescription glasses. Oh, hell yeah.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed.
Huh.
A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
You should still take it.
I'm taking it. After that line, it could have been multiple seagulls. Kid, you never know. empty. Darn. Items, postcard.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Good choice.
Not right
the
now.
less you think about the jacket.
Not right now.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't be naive. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. The lieutenant has already...
Eyes up, detective.
Oh, that body.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle.
Oof.
Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here. Rybowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall, the blackness of death.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's
come
not
on.
True. It feels disrespectful. They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the entire boardwalk creaks in the wind. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol, 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all.
Yeah.
He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy...
At least this man knew how to... This is an omen. A sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
Well, at least you're not married.
Or, what if...
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinaise boardwalk. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the Pox. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body. From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
We'll
No
figure
need
it
to
out later.
rush.
Where are we? What time is it? It's just 3:40. There's so much to take in here. Oh, okay, this is the church. Okay. Hold on. What's this, radio tower? Oh, it's like a witch giant. Yeah. Ooh, a shirt.
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211.
We should first decide what to do with the body. before taking any other action.
Wow, keeps going. Ooh, a necktie. Scented scarf. Oh. Interesting. Anything else? Hi, seagull. Okay, I'm gonna walk around here. By church. Yes, scratch, scratch, scratch. How do we get across there? Okay, looks like we go around. Music. What's this? Little drawbridge.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
We will. Hi, fish. Hi, fish. Oh, I see. What if he did? Hello? Can't click on? No? Weird. Okay, come on. Okay. So, how does fast travel work? Says I unlocked it. I don't know. True mysteries. Okay. Let's save. Save game. Okay. Okay. Thanks everyone who showed up. We've hit just about 3 hours 45. I think that's good. I'm starting to get spacey and quiet. It's a good sign that I should call it. Okay. So let's return to main menu. And let's start looking at places to raid. Ooh, excuse me, sorry, that was like a yawn. Okay, we'll hit up the goodbye time. Open up the browser. Put some music on. And Twitch, here we go. But yeah, really big thanks to anybody that showed up. Really appreciate it. Oh man. There's a few people I could raid that I follow. Let's go to AO. Looks like Dolly's playing Neo too. Okay, let's go to AO. AO's on a BRB. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's be showing up. Okay, right now. But yeah, awesome. Hope you had a good one. Blah 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 blah. Let's go. Let's go get forklift certified.